Growth doesn't happen when you're in your comfort zone. Just like teaching, leadership is a practice, which means that it's something you're constantly going to have to work at. As you go through these courses, you kind of think about what got you to the point that you're at now. And for me, I went back to that first day in the classroom. 23 years old, you're standing there, you're waiting for your first group of kids to come in. And for me in particular, I was scared out of my mind. I was sitting there going, I don't know how I can do this. There's 30 faces sitting in front of me, junior level kids. And I'm just like, all right, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm not qualified for this. I can't, all of those fears kind of coming into you all at once. And as I was watching the video yesterday, Amy Cuddy had a quote that just rang so true. It was called "Fake it until you become it." And it was like, that's exactly what I kind of was doing. It was like, all right, all my training has led to this point. Now I'm here with these people. It's go time. And oh my gosh. But as you start going through it, you develop strategies, you develop tools, you learn along the way. And so this toolbox that you have that was all foundational knowledge from university is now filling up with practical applications, things that you can use, things that you were never taught in the classroom that you're now having to pull from. And then year 2 comes and you switch from teaching. I was a science teacher, so I was going from regular chemistry to AP chemistry. New curriculum, new requirements, requires new tools, new strategies, different approaches. And then I go international. I start the IB program teaching DP chemistry. Same thing. It's like, well, I know chemistry. This is no problem. No, there's an internal assessment. There's CAS requirements. There's all this new stuff. And it's just, each time it almost feels like, in a way you're hit in the face and you're like, okay, I can do this. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I can do this. I'm going to fake it until, 5 years down the road, I'm like, I am a DP teacher. I know exactly what's going on. I can spout the syllabus. I know what the IA is. I go on to become a workshop leader for DP chemistry. I go on to become an evaluator for the IB, going into schools and helping them, kind of shape and, evaluate their programs. And 13 years later, I'm sitting there going, wow, okay, I can't believe that's where I started, in this kind of low-income school in Arizona. And now I'm at this point where I'm at, and my toolbox is just so full. And then starting in August, I'm moving into the DP coordinator role, which for me is another new thing. It's terrifying because I'm comfortable in the classroom. I'm good at what I do in the classroom. I've spent 13 years refining my toolbox, and now I'm going into an out of classroom role, right? And so as I was thinking about it, my principal said to me, he's like, what got you to this point is not necessarily what's going to keep you here moving forward. You have to develop yourself in a new capacity, because you got here because you're good at what you do. But now you're not in the classroom, you're not teaching. Now you're leading a group of teachers, you're organizing the program. So I'm going to have to develop these strategies. I read about them, I read leadership, I listen to podcasts, I take these courses, but nothing can prepare you for having to sit there and problem solve, or like those role-playing conversations that you have with people. And that's have to be me next year. And so it just kind of hones in. I guess my pearl is this: growth doesn't happen when you're in your comfort zone. Just like teaching, leadership is a practice, which means that it's something you're constantly going to have to work at. You're going to have to grow and expand your toolbox with each new role and opportunity. And then, in the words of Amy Cuddy, you're going to have to fake it till you become it. And before you know it, you're going to be that person. Thank you, guys.